Hello.
Oh shit.
Hello and welcome to the Pixel Podcast. My name is Matt, and I'm here with Ethan.
Hey.
And Ricardo.
Bash.
And some beers.
Oh, hey, friends.
Beers.
My favorite friends.
Oh, hi, beers.
Hello, my fun time favorite friend.
Today, I brought the beers, and I decided to bring in Ballast Point Calm Before the Storm. Now, Ballast Point's known a lot for their IPAs. This one is a cream ale with coffee and vanilla.
And a cool cold skeleton on it.
Yeah, it does have
Pirate
which it
skeleton.
reminded me of the other beer they had, which Ricardo is the
Victory at Sea.
Victory at Sea.
Yeah, their
which is
artwork
one of
tends
their
to
stouts.
be either a fish or a skeleton.
A skeleton
Nautical
pirate.
themed.
And yes, all nautical.
I like
themed.
the Victory at Sea quite a lot.
I do too.
This one is not the stout. It is like a creamy.
It's a porter.
It's an ale.
You're a porter.
Oh, got it. I carry the bags in between from the outside of the hotel
to
the inside of the hotel.
That's what you are.
It's got very heavy coffee. Like you can.
I actually like this. I've had it before.
Like as you're sipping it, you just taste that coffee like before it even.
I like it. I mean, this isn't really a revelation to say, but I like it better from tap because when I went to the tasting kitchen in Little Italy a couple of years ago in San Diego.
No big deal. Just
Shut up.
when I was there, at the actual brewery.
They had it on tap.
tap.
They didn't have a name for it yet though, so they were calling it White Squall, and it was really really good on tap. It's still good, but just not as. I think it loses a bit of something, which I guess again
That
is
magic.
most beers.
It's that magic. It's that
Tend
little
to-
bit of magic inside. You can't bottle magic.
Exactly.
You can't.
Can't.
You can't catch time in a bottle.
No.
Can't catch lightning in a bottle.
But you can catch Calm Before the Storm in the bottle.
It's weird because it's very heavy flavored, but it's also very smooth. It's very like light, almost in the same way. Like it doesn't feel like a stout or something.
It's
like
very
that, but
coffee.
It's got like that. Yeah, got that coffee.
But I don't like coffee that much, but this is all right.
You've been drinking a lot more coffee though,
I have.
recently.
Because it's free.
I thought it was funny because like
you're working.
Ethan tweeted about how he had, I think it was 2 cups of coffee,
I had, yeah.
Oh,
I
I
had two cups.
think
Yeah.
I heard this
2
story.
cups
from
of coffee,
someone else.
and you were like,
and everyone was
I'm
like,
gonna die. And then like I was like, 2 cups is like the minimum amount of
Yeah.
coffee I need to get through a day.
No, man, I had the 1 cup because sometimes I have 1 cup in the morning when I'm feeling kind of tired. I'll be like, I'll get the 1 cup. But then the boss came in and was like, I brought coffee for everyone.
Drink it or you're fired.
Well, no, it's like I'm going to Pete's Coffee, and I'm like, what's
she
there?
likes-
Iced coffee, I don't know. And I
yeah,
got it, and I was
like,
like,
a big iced coffee.
and
that
I
was
was
really
like-
sweet, right? Or something
no, it
like
wasn't
that.
sweet.
Okay.
I drank it black. But I was like, what is this? I guess I'll just drink both of these before noon. Oh God, I'm not used to caffeine.
I heard a report from someone else in that room who said that like it was very hard. It was like they're like worried. They're like, oh my gosh, Ethan is bouncing off the walls right now.
I
funny.
felt not control of my body.
Yeah,
It was weird.
He's just like tapping.
Like I
just
knew it.
tapping his leg, just like-
I had control, but like my mind would be like, all right, I'm moving my right arm, and it's like, oh, you're moving your right arm, but it's not really going the right
But
way.
It's like it's waggling.
It's like
man.
waggling.
It's like
It's like-
being drunk.
Not really, because like
That's
you're
the
in less
opposite.
control. It's more like someone's like controlling you, and you have like extra power, almost like an exosuit on
Yeah,
or something.
definitely.
But it's like really crappy and like kind of flumpsy. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. Don't drink that much coffee.
Don't drink 2 cups of coffee, everyone.
Unless you're used to it and hardened like Ricardo over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need it. I need 2 minimum.
Yeah.
Usually a
Uh-huh.
third.
That's
Usually
that,
a third
that's
later.
that
in
drug.
the
That's that
afternoon.
drug.
Get that drug. As
Maybe
we
for
all
the
drink
drug.
alcohol
Yep.
To depress the.
to depress the coffee.
Uppers and downers, man.
Yeah.
Get my day through.
For me, it's only downers.
That's what kids
It's only downers.
Only
over
downers,
here.
bro.
Kid-
Only
Kids.
downers over here.
don't do drugs. Also,
Except for
if you're
alcohol-
more mature,
Except for,
kid,
except for alcohol and caffeine, because those are just okay. We've established as a society that alcohol and caffeine, they're
Indeed.
fine. They're fine.
indeed.
Pot soon to be added.
Maybe.
More
Question
11.
Is pot next?
Ba-ba.
Is it 420? More at 420.
Oh,
Ayo.
and moving on. Guys, what video games
What do we rate this beer?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay.
3.5. No, I can't do halves. Dang it.
You have to make a hard choice.
Yeah, 4 has been I think the one almost every time.
I think we had a couple
I
of
think you
threes.
had 1 5.
Last one was 3.
The very first one you guys did was a 5, I think.
What was the first one?
I don't remember, but maybe not. I don't know.
I will give this a 3 though.
Yeah, I give it a 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree.
Yeah.
3.
Not to just like follow suit and
It's
We
good.
need to-
put aim across the board.
We
but
need to do like what we say we're gonna do with the trailer trash winners, and do a do a beer scale here of what we've rated each beer thus far.
Well, that'd be tough. Like
Oh,
have like a
what,
running
like-
document of like the beer scale.
Gotta do it.
have we been keeping
Put
track of
the
the trailer
word-
trash? I
No, we
didn't
said we were
realize.
gonna try. We were gonna try to do it at the end of the year. I think we were.
Yeah.
We might do
We
that.
should
It's
start,
compile-
just
it's
start
not-
doing that now.
to
so
compile the
It's not
winners.
impossible because you can remember most of the time what the winner is for each one. You know,
most of the time.
we could do that. Should do that after this. Anyway,
All right, gentlemen.
Making plans on the podcast.
What video games have you played besides Overwatch?
0 games.
All right.
Street Fighter 5.
I saw you playing that a little bit.
Played quite a bit of that over the weekend, which was nice. I felt like I'm getting back my rhythm, and then I was like, I'm so good. I bet I could beat Ricardo.
And then today I was like, I should really force myself to play some Street Fighter 5 because EVO's coming up, and I want to at least act like I know what I'm doing, and was getting trashed. And then so I came in today, and Ethan was like, "Well, play," and I was like, "Yeah." And then what happened, Ethan?
What happened?
Yeah, I went 10-0 Ricardo.
Yeah, I beat Ethan 10 matches in a row.
Oh,
But it was not.
no.
It was not like. I got pretty close on most of them.
Yeah, the problem with Ethan is
You know all my moves by
Bad at
now.
the
He
game.
cracks
No.
and he cracks and he mashes. He cracks and he mashes.
I do crack and I do mash.
Yeah. And the
man,
thing
you
is
crack?
that
Drugs, kids.
and the thing is it's interesting because now I've started playing online again, and they have the best of 3 matchups
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you can do now, which I actually like a lot better
I do
because
too.
it lets
Makes
me
it quicker.
and it lets me like learn too from a loss or whatever. I can come back and win. But also playing online, I remember I'm just like I have no idea what the other person's doing, and now playing against a live person sitting right next to them, I can hear when you're like mashing on the stick, and I'm like, all right, he's mashing. I'm just gonna block now.
I really got to get my instant air teleport down. I keep thinking I got it, and then like another day I'm like, nope, I can't hit this at all.
You had it okay, but then you would jump up and you just a heavy would come out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear and then just a heavy would come
go,
out.
"Fuck."
Yeah.
It's so fun playing it though with someone like I don't know. Now that I feel like I could actually beat you, maybe like I feel
Yeah.
like it's in that I beat you a couple rounds,
it,
but
yeah.
I didn't. But
And then, I came in and Ethan was just about to win.
yeah,
and
no,
then he
I lost
lost.
completely. But it's really fun playing with someone in like the same room though, because it's just like you yell and be like, you suck, you're so good.
Well, and every time Ethan likes to do a thing where he slides in, and then
Grab.
if the slide kick gets blocked, he likes to grab. And so after he did that a couple times, I started teching the grab, but then I would immediately jump forward, and Ethan would immediately jump back and hit me with a hard punch, and that happened
would do it
about
every single
like
time.
that happened like the next 20 times.
It was really funny, and every time you just be like, I can't believe I did muscle memory.
And so like finally there was like 2 times in a row where I'm learned, and then the very next match it happened again, and I jumped and I got hit in the face, and I was like, God damn it, I haven't learned anything.
Pro strats.
It happens. It's weird how muscle memory works so much in that game. Just like,
This is why I can
that's
fighting. It's why fighting
such a
games aren't
thing.
for me.
but eventually you
Too
get
much.
good enough.
Too much.
There's a lot of salt.
Too much
a
salt.
lot
Yeah,
of salt.
salt.
I was getting so salty.
You're
today
getting
playing
salty and you were
online.
winning.
No, I'm playing
Oh.
online today
okay.
specifically.
I had salt.
Yeah.
Speaking of salt, I got a great spray with Devo, which is a can of salt.
Oh, that's a good spray. My favorite
That's
Reaper
my
spray
favorite
is
spray. Especially if you have a really good play, which you're like hoping is play at the game, to just spray that at the end of that. At the end of that play.
there's
It's
that,
really-
and there's like a
really
tea
good.
bag one that's pretty good.
I can't remember what my best spray. But we're talking about Overwatch. Yeah. What are you doing?
Death
All
is
right.
everywhere is my
Guys,
favorite.
we've been
Um,
playing a lot of Overwatch. That's all we're gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting mad. I was getting real mad today.
At Overwatch?
No.
Oh, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. I don't really. Well, I get mad at Overwatch. What am I saying? But
I'll just ask this: have you guys had the chance to play with a full team of 6?
Yeah,
No,
we played with a full team of
yeah,
6.
the
well,
most
that's
I've
true.
played with is a team of 4.
Oh, it's so good. It's
It
so
is
Another
good.
team of
really
6 is
good.
fun. It's
I was
so
on a
much
run
fun.
on Saturday where it was like 10, 12 games in a row. We were just crushing
Yeah.
every single time.
It's really good when you can coordinate multiple. Are we going straight into Overwatch talk right now?
What
or
else you
should-
got to say in Street Fighter 5? I mean, I'm getting better. I got a new video coming out. I filmed it. I just got to edit it. Put it together.
I just the problem is I need to find that motivation to play again.
It's
and-
tough, especially when you have Overwatch and people are popping in and being like,
You all play?
"You want to play?" And it's like, well, I could play this game alone and get real freaking mad, or I could go and play with friends and get real freaking mad.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like friends would be
But
better.
have fun.
But have fun with it.
Yeah.
You don't have fun with Overwatch?
I don't know. Like, I've gotten to the point in Overwatch where I'm like starting to see how I'm like, it's not as fresh and new. Now it's just turning into like, all right, well, I know this guy does this, and he's gonna counter with this, and he's gonna do this, and it's like,
Turn to a fighting game.
kinda, but like a fighting game where you rely on other people. So it's like, oh, this is like a MOBA. Oh no, I have to rely on other people, and not be crappy. Oh man, this is just like it's just like I might as well play Heroes of the Storm where I can carry a team because I'm so good at that game.
Carry team.
You used to be able to anyway. Yeah, you can carry a team in Overwatch, but I'm not good enough at Overwatch. I'm not like that great. I still like the game a lot, and I'm still gonna continue to play it. But like, I used to be able to just sit and play like all day. Now I'm like, I'll play like a few rounds, and then I'll be like,
Yeah, I've been
a
playing in
little bit.
shorter bursts, but I'm not like upset with the game, or I'm not like I don't think that the game is not as good or something like that.
No, I don't think
but,
so
like,
either.
I think for me it's more like I've played with these full teams of 6, and it's just so much. It's like so much better playing with like.
I definitely can't play
with a full
alone.
team.
Like,
yeah,
there's
and
no
then
way
I
I can play
started playing a
alone.
couple rando matches today and lost every
Stupid.
single one because the team was being stupid. I was like the only support character, and everyone else was getting like trounced, and none of them were switching characters.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Because it's like, oh, this team, like the other team is clearly beating us. They know our techniques,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just countering us in terms of everything. And like, and everyone's staying with the exact same character that they've already been running with, and not like changing up their techniques at all.
Yeah, I can still play alone. I just it's way more fun playing with other people. Just
Yeah.
it's the thing when you can coordinate what you're gonna do,
Yeah.
like, and let other people know what you think like we need and what we can switch.
Even just play with one other person is better. Like even if it's
Yes.
not a full, like just play
I like
with one
playing
other person.
at least one other person makes it fun.
Mhm.
Because you can at least go, oh, this guy sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
fun
can
to
at
do
least
that.
complain to somebody and just
Just like I do in Heroes of the Storm.
This R blank sucks.
yeah.
It's still super fun and getting a whole.
Bastard is
Like,
terrible today.
at this point, it's so annoying how there's so many people that play it that it's like, oh, we got a full team. Now we're gonna split this team up. There's not enough room, and then like people
Yeah.
go to like different sections, and
Well,
it's
this
like,
is like the only game I've ever had this problem.
I know,
with,
it's
of,
such a
like, we
weird
got
problem.
Too many people. We like.
That's it's weird because
It's a
I
great
was
problem to have.
because my roommate got it, Ray. He got it, and we were.
how did he get it, Ricardo?
Oh, because I had an extra copy. Because
Oh, you never returned.
no, I never
that?
returned it. So I just sold it to Ray.
Okay, at least you sold it. To
I
him.
just
You
sold it to
like-
Ray. So he's been playing, and his just randomly while we were playing, we got matched up with.
Wait, so
with
the
one of
extra
his-
so you got the extra copy. You got the one that
Yeah.
Amazon lost.
Yep.
I
Mhm.
didn't
It-
remember hearing this.
It
in the
was
story.
it was
At your
apparently
neighbor's?
at my neighbor's house, and he claims it was delivered on Tuesday, but I don't know. I feel like it could have been there.
How did
on
you know? Did
Monday.
you ask him or
No, he came over while I was at work, and I think it was Ray was home, and he was like, "Oh, this got delivered to my house, and my
Well, at
kids.
least you
Sorry,
dropped it off.
my kids opened it, so here you go." And so I was like, "Yeah, well, that's frustrating." But now Ray has it, so we just shout
Yeah.
down the hallway at each other.
No need for voice comm.
Voice comm.
But yeah, it was weird though, cause I don't know if his friend joined our game or if we just organically ran into him, which seems really unlikely.
I've had to have more Brandons joined organically, accidentally, and him like, wow, I didn't know I joined. That was weird.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then he joined us on our group, but it was
Ray,
weird.
Yeah, Ray's friend joined, and then we just added him to our team chat, and then we had 4 people, and then we had 4 people just
Yeah.
consistently on a
That's pretty
team,
good.
and that was really good because like Ray kind of consistently plays like either tank or offense, and I pretty much consistently play like support and like tank, and Raul my brother pretty much plays like offense and defense, and then like the Ray's friend just plays offense, so like we would kind of organically switch in and out of the same roles. I actually am playing a lot more different roles now too. Like I've branched out and really found like May
Yeah, I definitely tried some characters that I
and
wasn't trying
Junkrat
before.
on defense.
May's great for Salt. That's all I gotta say. May's so fun to
Oh,
salt.
I had
Some
some
people get
really
so
great
mad.
plays today.
All right, we're talking too much about Overwatch.
Yeah, well.
Let's just talk about a really good play we all did.
All right, that's
This
it.
last.
Because we gotta talk about. We gotta
Yes.
get it off of our chest.
Yes.
Sounds
Before
good.
we
All right.
go.
I'll go. So I was playing Zarya, and I got my ult, and they were just about ready to push the cart, and it was like the last like maybe minute or so left in the game, and they were pushing the cart, and I was like, shoot me. And I had them all shoot me, and I got 100% charge, and then I dropped my ult on them, and then I murdered all 6 of their team members. And I was so happy with that play, and I was like, this is amazing. I basically I killed everyone.
The game,
and it was
right?
play of the game.
Oh, nice.
But I was going to save it using NVIDIA's quick capture, but I fat
Oh
fingered
yes,
it.
I was there. I was there. That
Fat
time.
fingered it, and,
Oh,
and I didn't get it saved. That was
that
very
sucks.
sad. Because I was gonna post on Twitter and be like, "Look how good I am
The
at
game
video
crashed
games."
on you, right? And then it lost.
Yeah, and then the
it
thing is,
lost
then the game crashed. And I was like, "Oh, I can go look at the highlights or whatever." Game crashed, and I couldn't find
the
it.
highlights
That-
only saved for the time
That
that instance of the game running.
That's
so.
why I like the kind of rollback record of the PS4 too. You can just kind of like.
Well, that's the
That's
thing.
what the
That's
NVIDIA
what the
thing
NVIDIA thing
is.
does.
What happened?
Well, the thing is,
game
there's
crashed.
2 buttons.
Oh.
No, the thing that happened is there's 2 buttons. And this is my first error. I had 2 errors. The game crash was the second error. The first error was there's 2 buttons, F9 and F10. F9 does it records what you're doing now, so it'll be like now I'm recording and it starts recording
Okay.
live. F10 is a flashback feature like the PS4 where it's like, oh, I recorded the last like 3. It's automatically recording the last like 3 minutes of whatever.
Okay.
So I just hit that when something cool happens. So it keeps that. But the problem is I fat fingered the instant button and it erased the cache of the
That's
the flashback.
Yeah.
That's very
Sucked.
sad.
But yeah, it was a good game play.
Good play.
Okay, speaking of May and Salt, today, just a couple hours before I got here, I was playing with a couple of friends, and running against an enemy team on the Nepal map, the capture point one, and it was the one where it's on like a raised like dais. It's not the,
Oh,
it's not
yeah,
the one
I've
in
seen
the
that one.
temple. And it's
Yeah.
not
Oh,
the one,
yes,
it's
I
not the
know
one in
which
the
one
little
you're
hut. It's like
talking
the one
about.
that's raised up a little bit.
I like the whole Nepal run.
That's a
of
good
that.
that's a good map. I like that map. And basically they had we had capped the point, took it to 99, and then as it seems to happen quite frequently, they had managed to cap it back after like before overtime ran out. So they were building it up now. We regrouped, charged in, like killed a couple of their guys, took the point back, and all of a sudden like 3 of their tanks and a Kafera are like charging towards before the overtime expires, and I just ice walled like directly in front of them as 2 of them ulted. The Winston ulted and
That's
the
very
Diva
sad for
ulted,
them.
and then the Pharah was running right behind them and just like literally like a step away from being on the point, just ice wall, and, and then it was like 3, 2,
So
1.
frustrating.
We won.
Oh, man.
It was
I would've been so
I
pissed.
would have been
it was
pissed.
so good.
God,
It
so
was a really
so
beautiful
sad.
ice wall.
That wasn't play of the game though, was it? That's unfortunate.
No, because the game can't tell.
I
what
didn't do
you're
any
doing.
damage,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it didn't do anything.
algorithm.
But it was for me. Everyone who was on the chat was just burst out laughing. It was hilarious.
My play. We were playing on Attack on Dorado, the payload map, the Dorado payload map, and the round before Ray had started playing Bastion, and he was like, "I like this guy, Bastion."
He did a lot of damage.
And he's, I'm like, oh wait, we can actually set up on the like when we charge the payload. Once we clear them out, set up
You were
on the
attack or defense?
We were on attack. I was like, set up on the payload. We're gonna try something. I was like, Raul, switch to Winston, and I was Lucio at the time. I was like, I'm gonna switch to Mercy,
Okay,
and
so
so we just charged on, and we took them all out. We jumped on the payload, and then Ray set up as Bastion on it, and I was damage boosting him, and then Raul as Winston
shielding.
would kept coming back to shield us, like, and then would jump to the other side and harass and stuff, and then come back, and like we nobody died for like 3 minutes straight on our team, like probably more than that. We were just rolling through the entire thing, killing him. But the best part that happened was finally we got to like an overhang, and their Reaper dropped on top of the payload, and he popped his ult.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like ducked and hit on the other side of the payload, and literally our entire team died. All 5 guys just dropped, and Reaper was like, die, and then everybody died, and they were like, oh shit, and I was like, but guys, guess what? Heroes never die. And then everybody just pops right back up, and we just kept on rolling. And Reaper's play was play of the game. So at the very last 2 seconds of it, you can see me going, heroes never die, and everybody just jumping back up.
That's the one thing, is that like the play of the game thing is really cool, but I feel like it could use some tweaking.
Oh, they've already admitted that. Yeah.
Stuff like that is like, that wasn't play of the game. If he killed everyone and they all just got right back up again, it's not play of the game.
No,
it's
definitely
not a good play anymore. Like. It's not
well,
his
and
fault.
like
the Mercy's
and
plays.
like I remember there was one time where I was playing as Torbjorn, and and for some reason I was like, oh shoot, this is gonna be some crazy like turret like kill combo, right? And then literally the play of the game was him dying in like the first second, and then the turret killing the guy who killed him, and then just looking around for the rest of the time, and he's like, what, are they taking the piss out of me? Like, what is this? What's going on? And I'm like, that was a play. That was quite a play there.
Yeah, so there's definitely some improvement to be made on that feature, I think. It's a cool idea, and in the first couple times you see it, it's like, wow, this is sick, and there's some really good plays.
And sometimes it works.
Yeah, there's some really good plays.
It works like 50% of the time.
Highlighted. And there's some times where it's just like, I killed one person, and then I like went over here, and someone else was already shooting somebody, and I like finished the shot. And it's like play of the game.
Yep.
And only like 5 heroes consistently.
Like Zarya never gets it because it's like
the damage output is
no
not,
damage on there,
and you'll almost never see
unless Winston pops, and then Winston pops up and is like, I electrocute everyone in that.
You'll like
they're all dead.
You'll almost never see like a Symmetra play the game. You'll almost never see like Mercy can rarely pop up if she does a big like
Lucio. I've seen him a couple times.
Yeah, I've gotten
Lucio once or twice.
I play as Lucio.
Yeah, I've gotten one with Lucio.
Yeah, but consistently it is Bastion, Hanzo.
Yeah. Those are the 2 big
Junkrat.
ones. You'll see Junkrat with his bomb. And Torbjorn, and then every now and then you'll get like a Genji or a McCree, or a Soldier 76.
Yeah.
But you'll never see Mei. Her damage output is not strong enough.
I've got one with Mei.
There was a
with
dude,
her freeze like
there was a dude who's like, I guess his play of the game was on the front page of the Reddit. It was crazy. Like he popped like ult and froze the entire team and like jumped in his little shell like to heal, and then everybody was shot at him, and they all froze, and then he popped out and just like
executed each of them.
Like headshotted all of them with the
all right, we're done.
Bicycle.
We're done. No more Overwatch. We can't
ever again.
We can't talk about it anymore.
Overwatch.
What else has we played?
I actually did play something else.
What?
I tried out Doom.
Rip and tear.
I played a little bit of that too, but I didn't talk about it.
You have to understand. Our intentions were only for F you screen. I only played like an hour of it. Didn't play very long. Played the tutorial bit and then like the first mission. Again, it's pretty good. I'm not very good at it. I'm not very much a shooter person to begin with. And then also it's just very like it's like everything moves fast.
Yeah,
no reloading. Shoot.
Move fast, kill things.
It's a very kinetic shooter.
Yeah,
it's like,
and I'm bad at dodging stuff.
It's like
is what I've learned from playing that.
jump.
Oh, you're
a lot.
almost dead. Glory kill this guy. Get your health back. Shoot. You're
But
almost
I haven't died or anything like that. I just feel like I feel like I'm getting hit more often than I want to, and I feel like this.
You get hit a lot.
I've heard this game gets harder.
You're a tank, man.
It does get harder. At the point I'm at, I've died quite a bit. I'm only like a little bit more than halfway through the game, so it's like, take it or leave it. But at this point, like, there's so many enemies. It's just.
It's definitely fun though. There's definitely something to say about moving fast and just like shotgunning a dude in the face.
Yeah, if I had not recently bought like a good amount of games, I would have picked up Doom, but. I still really want to play it. Yeah, it'll probably get like a Game of the Year.
Yeah, I feel like it's not like it's probably gonna drop pretty quick because I don't think anyone's in the multiplayer is really liking it for the multiplayer. So usually games that are single player oriented.
Have either of you guys played any of the multiplayer?
I played the beta and was just very mad about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
okay.
That seems to be
like
the
team
case
deathmatch, right?
Yeah, it felt like Quake, old school, but not really as great. I don't know.
I was actually thinking about this, like that whole like glory kill, get all your health back, or like get your health back sort of thing. Reminds me of You guys both
Space
play
Marine.
Yeah, Space Marine,
Yeah,
right?
I remember
Where
that.
you would
Space
just jump,
Marine.
you would jump,
Yeah, you use that
jump
chainsaw.
into a fight, and just start chainsawing dudes, and then like your health is like down to this much, and then you execute somebody and you get like all your health back
Yeah,
and stuff.
that game was really fun.
Yeah, that was a really cool feature of it too.
Yeah.
Gave a real nice flow to the combat.
Yeah,
which
it
was
was-
otherwise
It's
kind
very
of
similar
really
to Doom.
which otherwise was like kind of chunkier than like your God of War or your Bayonetta or
Your
whatever.
Gears of War, you mean? You said God of War.
No, like your God
Oh.
of War, like
I
like no
never-
dodge rolling out of the way.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah, I
kinda
mean, it was-
parrying
it was-
stuff. You're just kind of like chunking through guys
Yeah,
and then
man.
executing.
No
somebody.
Space Marine's gonna dodge. They're not
You
dodging.
dodging that armor?
They
No.
just
Maybe.
take that blow and then they cut that orc's head off.
That orc with a K.
Orc with a K. Yeah.
Space
Marines. And every time they see you, they're very surprised. It's like Space Marines.
Well, just like in
Space
in,
Marines.
Shadow Mordor. Ranger.
Yeah, it's. I mean, orcs only have one accent because I have been playing more Total War Warhammer.
Yeah, how is that?
And all the orcs are like, oh, get them dwarves, boys, get them on the knobheads. I want to rip their beards out of their faces.
I wonder who was like, orcs, they look like British people. Let's go with that. Let's go with that accent.
Australian thing. Actually, no, because it's funny because one of them was talking and Amber was like, "This sounds like the guys from Mad Max." Like right now, it was like they actually have a very similar like.
Junkweed?
I mean,
Get them kids in line.
How much more of that have you played?
I basically been dabbling in every single of the campaign
races,
types
yeah.
of the races. But I haven't played every single race yet because obviously it's a little bit of a commitment to like start a new game every time.
These games are massive.
Yeah, but so I played as the dwarves, the vampire lords. I played a little like barely any of the human, and then the orcs. And so far, I think I like the dwarves the best. I'm planning on speaking of talking about plans on the podcast. I'm planning on doing a little video series about it.
Right.
Oh, no, it has to happen.
Yep, it has to
It has to
happen.
happen. As soon as we mention that, it has to happen.
And my debate right now is what race I'm gonna do like a run through of a campaign. We'll
Okay.
See what happens. But I'm debating what race to play as. The only problem was that all my like campaigns got effed in some way basically just through like. Unlike the most again, like my problems with the game haven't been the game itself. It's been me not really like me understanding Total War games, but this game just plays a little like a very
Just
very
slightly.
unique. Like a lot of your units are like way more like losing a big chunk of your army in a Total War game is usually like devastating. In this game, it's like for a lot of the races, it's like what's intended. For like the dwarves and the humans, it's a little bit more of a big deal if you lose a big chunk of your army. But like for the orcs and the vampires, it's just like your units are just like just throw them in there, just
all
like
your
yeah,
thralls.
just like
Cool.
and you can you get a lot of money fast, and you can rebuild your army fast. So it's not like in most games, like the economy is like a big deal, and you need to like conserve your money. But this one is I've been making a lot of money and not spending as much of it. So then I had this problem where basically in the dwarf and the orc campaign, I had like this enemy that I was supposed to beat up, send an army in, kick their butts pretty bad, and then was like, cool, I'm gonna go attack these guys over here now, and then like sent my army over there, and that other army that I beat up like
Came back
just
up.
like built up all their forces to like a full stack like of dudes, and just came into my like main capital area and like trashed it, and then I sent my army I had to like pull my army all the way back from what they were doing. And then they got beaten. So at like turn 8 in the game, that's kind of annoying to have that happen. So I basically those campaigns are
Mulligan.
basically mulligans or
R.I.P.
washes. Yeah, I mean like I could probably find a way of like rebuilding and coming back from it, but it's just like at that point I'm gonna restart. So just like a little bit of me not understanding how the AI works and how fast they like a lot of times in like another game similar to this you like beat a big army of someone and they're like out of money now, they only have one town left, they're not gonna be able to rebuild, but these guys just like immediately start building, like as soon as you get them and they get back into their own territory, they're just immediately building up their dudes again. So I need to just finish people off basically is what I've learned from this scenario, and not go to war with too many people at the same time, because you can only field at the beginning, you can only field one army reliably, and you gotta build up multiple armies separately from that. So the game is really good though. I'm liking it quite a lot. So I'm gonna restart and do a video about it.
Re-rally.
Anything else, guys?
Just play a little bit more Pocket Card Jockey. Got approached by a
Glean those.
it's a
Gorn those.
it's a Japanese game. So I just got approached by a pop idol who wants me to to ride her
Is
horse.
she electronic? Is she like a
No.
digital pop idol?
But she's very obsessed with cats. So the horse that she wanted me to ride
Has to have cat ears.
has a cat on her back the whole time. And in fact, the game is even like
Slows
the
down your
jockey's like
speed.
there's a cat on this horse, and she's like, yeah, isn't it cute? And he's like, is there supposed to be a cat on the horse? And she's like, yeah, people will see the cat and they'll think of me. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So now my
Does that ever
horse
happen in real life?
has a cat. No, I mean there can be. Technically, horses can have barn cats to keep them company back when they're in the back stalls.
But
they
it
like
would ruin the
company of-
aerodynamics during the
but
race.
during a race, the cat probably shouldn't be there. So
The jockey's just holding the cat under his arm.
This is a good look cat.
So that game's still fun.
Yeah, see, that game seems cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Other
guys,
than
that sounds like all the games. So now it's time to move on to the news.
You got it. That's the music for the news.
Ethan, most of these stories I recognize, but the one that I didn't get time to read or check out because I wanted to I was like, you know what? I just want to hear about this one on the podcast. This says in all caps, this 16-year-old kid has his own game company. How he did it will shock you. Please tell me more.
I didn't read that.
I'm prepared to be shocked, Ethan.
This is my.
That's why I couldn't.
This is just.
This is
a
your
weird-
editorializing, right?
This is my editorializing on a Yahoo Finance story.
Oh,
So
no.
a Yahoo Finance
no.
reported on a 16-year-old kid,
Who has his own game
a high
company.
school sophomore, who is the founder of company Pixelman Productions.
Hey, it's too close. I don't
Too
like
close.
it.
I don't
You'll
like
be
it.
You'll be hearing from our legal team.
Did you see that guy? Speaking of, this is all inside.
Oh yes, I
You
did see that.
Some guy was like, "Oh
we-
man, I
we-
thought of a great name for a
we-
pot channel," and he's like, "Can I just have Pixel Legends and you guys won't get mad or something like that with a Z
On YouTube.
on our YouTube?" And I'm
really?
like,
We should maybe ask that question because maybe he's listening. Maybe he's a fan now.
"No, maybe he is."
I don't know why. All I gotta say, man, if you are listening, is that you should really Google the name that you want first to see if that's been taken.
No,
But
regardless,
Not opposed to
I don't know.
Z's,
I don't really
suppose.
care.
it's got a Z on
it's
it.
got a Z. It's
It's
fine.
got a Z on the end.
Totally different.
Pixel
Um,
Legends.
Anyway, he's barely a programmer at all. He does know a little bit of C++, like a little bit of C+, or C
That-
sharp.
wait, they
He's a
said-
C plus student. Is that what you're
C-sharp.
saying?
He's a C
C
sharp.
plus student.
No.
Listen, so anyway-
he's a C sharp FE.
This is written very
See
much.
my girl Subasa.
So this is a very, very much a
This kid is staying woke.
staying woke. So he's got his, the story's like, oh man, check out this kid and how impressive he is. And it's like, how did he do it? Okay, well, here's how he did it.
How do it?
How he did it is he went and he's rich, by the way. He's super rich.
Wait, so
That's how he did it.
Oh, he's rich. That's one thing.
End
And
of story.
oh crap, what's his dad? His dad.
No, wait, no,
Heisman.
but it says his dad gave him no cash.
His dad gave him no cash, but he did direct him on how to hire people from other countries for $0.
Oh.
And make them work
That's
for $0.
not-
And he says, wow, it's surprising how much work you can get done from people from the age of like 20.
18 to 30
18
from
to 30.
Pakistan.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So he's just like,
You'd be surprised how many people are willing to work on video game projects for free.
yep. So
That's not cool, man. He's 16. He's already learning the terrible side of the video game industry and being like, this is cool.
Yep. He got that from his
People
rich
will
dad.
work for free and I can just get them to do it. Like,
Oh, crap. I wish I remembered what freaking...
That shocked me.
Did it shock you? Because that's it. I mean, he did just free labor.
the only thing that shocked me is how young this kid is. Otherwise, if that story had been told, like someone is extorting a game dev to make them make a game for them for free, I would be like, that's sad, but not that shocking.
That
This
shocked me.
is Ricardo, though, color him shocked.
I'm gonna.
You know what color Ricardo is right now? Electric, yellow.
Give me the thunder shock. Give me the thunderbolt.
Did you guys? I don't know. Did you guys never mention this? But I posted how the Mortal Kombat's coming out with a beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one. You guys never commented on that. So I'm asking for a live reaction.
Well, I wanted to know like if it was actually like available for us to actually get access.
It sounds
to.
like it's in Washington, so maybe.
I
That's
mean,
we're not in Washington.
the brewery
not-
Ommegang from New York has made like
Ommegang?
Has
Onion?
Amagong, I believe is the name.
Oh yeah, the Game of Thrones
has
beer.
made Game of Thrones beer. I've seen Hobbit beer. Obviously, Iron Maiden collaborated with a little-known British brewery to create their Trooper beer.
That's true.
So it's not unheard of. I'll be interested to see if there are different varieties.
Sub-Zero Imperial IPA.
Okay.
Raiden Imperial Saison.
They're all Imperials.
Okay.
Yep. Scorpion Imperial Stout.
I don't know if any
Do you know
of
what
these
the
fit.
Imperial? I don't know enough about beer, despite liking it quite a lot. I don't really know what Imperial, what the difference between Imperial beers and other
I just
beers.
know that
One of them is loyal to the Empire.
I just know that
Oh.
the Imperial Stout I drink a significant amount of is the
I've only heard
Old
Imperial.
Rasputin,
Yeah, exactly.
which
I've heard
is-
Imperial referred to as like stouts
which
before, but not,
I thought just meant like it was really, really dark.
Rich, yeah,
like
dark.
really dark.
I didn't know you could have an Imperial IPA, for instance.
I feel like
Or
they should.
Imperial Saison.
I feel like they should just think a little bit more about what is related to which character, because I
Yeah.
feel like
So
Why would Sub-Zero have an
Scorpion
IPA?
being an Imperial Stout, like I would assume that would be like a thicker, meatier character. Like Goro would have the
Yeah.
Imperial
you
Goro
think
Stout.
Stout.
that,
Stout.
but no one knows who Goro is.
Of course they know who Goro is. This is the guy that gets punched in the nuts in the fucking
Yeah, yeah.
movie.
Nope.
Yeah, that
No one
everyone's,
knows.
knows.
that
The
everyone
big-
that
The big
cultural
puppet,
icon,
the
that
big puppet in the movie.
surprisingly good puppet, given
Yeah.
the quality of that movie and the,
That was a
and
really
the
good
time
puppet.
period that came
Okay,
out.
so
Bet you that
according
came from the
to
Jim Henson shop.
according to homebrewing.stackexchange.com,
your
Okay.
authority.
English
Have
brewer.
you tried Simon's homebrew?
I'm not done, Matt. And no, I have not tried Simon's homebrew.
I have not this. I like how there's like a moment there where you were like,
No,
just Matt, stop interrupting. Oh, I get it. You're talking about.
I
a
get your
thing.
dumb joke that I'm trying to talk
All right,
over.
tell me.
Um,
Define this Imperial.
American craft breweries have now taken. So originally it was English brewers brewing beer for Russian
Well,
Czar's Corp.
Russian.
Hence-
They had a higher ABV.
Okay.
So the American craft breweries have now taken this name to put a spin on any beer that is higher alcohol content than its traditional counterpart.
Okay.
Okay, so it just
So,
means higher alcohol than
and
what
it
the
might have more
normal-
hops.
than what the normal.
I
So it
felt
might be
like
a little
that
bit more
was what
hoppy.
people were using like double IPA for,
That's what I thought
or
too.
like
but
Yeah.
or like double, triple.
Whatever.
I think those are but they're also within their own, like these. I don't think these are all official. These
Classification.
are not official.
So could you have an Imperial double IPA?
I don't
and just
well,
die?
no, see, but I think like I've only heard of double when it comes to like a double IPA, like not
Yeah, you're
like
right.
not like no one says double stout. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
You're right.
A double lager.
I will be curious to see if these become widely available. I
Yeah.
will try them for certain because I've tried the AC/DC beer. I've tried.
How have these licensed beers
My
treated you?
Opeth beer is coming out.
Not like not specific one, but just in general, like which like overall, have they been better,
mostly-
worse,
The
normal?
the
They're
Game
mostly
of Thrones. There was
on
one Game
par.
of Thrones beer I really liked, but I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I feel like I had one of those and was just like,
They're
oh,
okay.
I had
beer.
the Fire and Blood one, which was okay. It's just not necessarily the type of beer I drink. I actually like the Trooper. It's
Trooper's alright.
very. It's like a slightly higher end Newcastle is what I would explain the taste
Yeah.
Sure.
of the Trooper to be.
Not as good as Stone Cold Steve Austin's.
Oh,
IPA.
Stone Cold Steve Austin broke his Skull Ranch IPA. Drink yours, you son of a bitch.
I liked
Alright.
how we bought that to watch WrestleMania, and,
Yeah.
and you and Raul were just like, "It's not that good."
Yeah.
And I was like, "It all right,
It all right.
it's fine."
Yeah.
But it's funny just have him.
And
Then he
then
brought it on.
then
We were
he
watching
came-
WrestleMania, and then he brought it out on stage and was
Yeah.
like, "Don't drink this!" And just pours it into his mouth, and it's like, "Wow, this is a thing."
So moving on to the news,
Oh, the news.
since
was
that
um,
kid is just a terrible
Well, that
human
was
being.
another
Don't
element of the
Lear-
news.
yeah, learning
Anyway,
to
I
be a
just thought it
terrible
was. I
human
thought it was a little fun news. Little fun news to
I'm not
make
sure
you feel
that's fun.
bad.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure people
I
from
had
another
fun.
country being exploited is really that fun.
I have fun.
I had fun talking about it.
I bet you just like you read those stories about the World Cup being built in Qatar and all those people dying. And you're just like hilarious. This is hilarious.
What's the World Cup? Is that the soccer?
Yes, that's the
Yes.
soccer.
That is the soccer.
Horrible stuff surrounding soccer. I
The-
can't imagine.
The
Never
football.
happened.
The footy ball. The footy. Allison Road.
That's how you can tell Ethan really loves soccer because he calls it the
Yes.
footy.
Manchester United.
Allison
See,
Road.
Arsenal is they always try to walk it in.
Swansea City.
Allison Road.
Allison Road.
My favorite footy team, Allison Road, coming in now.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah,
Yo,
Allison Road is that game that was like, hey, remember the game PT, the game that everyone loved so much that
We're
they
gonna
would, like,
make it. We're
that
gonna
they
make
would
it.
like keep it on their console and like sell that console for $1,000. We're gonna make that game, even though it's not really that. It's gonna be like that game basically. And then
They're like, and then it just said we canceled it. It's like, what?
didn't they kickstart it and everything?
They kickstarted it, got money for it and everything, and they have not released a full statement yet, but it has been canceled, which sucks because that actually looked like a pretty
Speaking of-
alright game.
We were this close to delivering Allison Road.
That's what's
to you.
gonna happen. This guy's gonna
But
pop
there,
up.
it's the same guy too. That's the
Right.
funniest part about it. Is it's actually the same exact guy.
How you might ask yourself, how could this happen? Well, watch this infographic that I created to tell you where all the money went towards.
I totally didn't spend all this money on this infographic. I spent it wisely.
On
We were this close to delivering Allison Road
the
to the
Allison
players.
Road. What did you do with the money that was for the Allison Road that you said you couldn't touch? Was that true?
No. All right, we gotta stop that.
So there's still no notice. I mean, honestly though, that's like we talk about we joke about the PG printer thing, but like that's like a pretty big deal that they just like, oh yeah, we're not making it, and no explanation why.
Yeah.
At least the PG printer guy, like you can
Made a
belie-
video.
You can believe
Big
him.
bad
You
news.
can believe him or not, but at least he like
Tried.
explained like, and he seemed earnest in what he was
Well,
trying
they said
to do.
they
Like,
were
they're-
gonna. Their tweet said they're gonna release a statement in a few days, but they just want to let everyone know. But that's weird. Why wouldn't they just wait a few
exactly.
days and just be like,
that's what, like, why would you announce it ahead of time? Like,
maybe because to cut people's hope off really
didn't
quick?
they already like delay it? I feel like there was another news
Yeah, they
story
delayed it.
about
Maybe
like,
it was.
it being
Maybe
delayed
it's
or
because
getting,
like E3's coming up, man.
and they got bought out, and now they're.
Maybe, probably not.
Konami bottom.
You can't even do anything close to this.
We want.
Oh, you didn't
We
put
want to. We
this-
want to buy you. So just stop making video games.
You
and
didn't put
that's
this in the news, right? But did you see how everybody was freaking out because
the Konami Pachinko, Metal Gear
Konami
Pachinko,
made that like really good looking like pachinko machine from
No,
Metal Gear
I didn't.
Solid
Metal
3.
Gear Solid Pachinko game. But
Yeah.
there's already been other Metal Gear Solid Pachinko machines.
Yeah.
That's not the first one.
Yeah, no,
It's just
there's
like,
there's been
That's why that was
California
dumb.
ones
Why'd
and
people
stuff.
freak out? But whatever.
Well, because
they're-
because
'cause everyone's
because
like-
the cinematics and stuff look like really good.
it has the actors as the the
Oh,
Japanese.
really?
It's not David Hayter, but it's the Japanese voice actor for Snake and the Colonel. I think are in it.
Dang.
Like
And
going like, what is this
the
pachinko?
boss.
It's like you have to do this, and then Snake, you're gonna have to go and get the balls to drop in just the right way. And he's like, what? That's crazy. That's like
That's
like
pretty
the
great.
trailer.
Yeah, so people like it's funny just because people were like, you do this but not do the game, and it's like, well, the game's gonna be a lot.
this is
more
free money for
involved.
this is free
Yeah.
money for
Yeah,
them.
the
guys.
amount of
They-
work, even
they-
though it's well produced, I bet the amount of work it took to make this was way less than an actual
Fraction
game
of
Yeah.
making an
because
actual
it's a
game.
pachinko machine.
Yeah.
So speaking of playing Street Fighter, what's
That was a
crap,
while
what's the guy's
ago. Not a great segue. That segue was like a 1.
Shut
not a
up.
5.
Speaking of
This
playing
is,
it, Noel Brown.
yeah, this is
got
kind
a-
of fucked up. Stuff.
Yeah, this is messed up. Got accused of. Was it accused? What was that? I don't know.
No, he's on camera.
Oh.
Oh, then it's not.
Yeah, well, also captured on camera. Yeah,
He's on camera.
doing sexual harassment.
doing
at-
sexual harassment.
Uh,
doing sexual harassment at
Which
what is it?
which
Capcom.
event was this?
Crap, where is it?
At the last weekend's
Combo
Breaker
Breaker.
tournament in St. Charles, Illinois.
Yep, that was
I don't
it.
know who this person is, but I guess they're a pro player of some kind.
He's a pro player. He's not super duper well known, but he's.
But yeah, I mean, what this more signifies is that considering how horribly sexist the fighting game community can be,
Oh yeah, I've heard that about a lot of video
A
game
lot.
communities,
Yeah.
but that's one
the
I've
fighting
heard.
the fighting game
I've-
community, man, EVO is a sausage fest.
Totally.
It's like huge, just dudes everywhere. Dude.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
And
Like more so, like one thing I've noticed very interestingly is I went to BlizzCon at the
How did-
beginning, and like I noticed there's just dudes everywhere. But now I go to BlizzCon, it's like almost 50-50. Like it's a pretty good ratio at this
yeah,
point.
and
But like
I feel like PAX has also got the reputation too of being like pretty sausage fest, but also got quite a
pretty
a
inclusive.
decent amount of
Indicate is pretty high.
And it's
like,
odd-
overall.
and it's-
Indicate's got a really
I'm
great
pretty good.
diversity.
and the fighting game community is
More
an
so than most
anomaly
gaming
because
They've been very into it for a long time though, even beyond like just women, right? It's been like a very much like we don't want anyone else coming
yeah,
into
like
our
but that
community.
yeah, and it's weird because that's the thing is like you have a someone in the community like Ricky Ortiz who is a transgender woman.
Oh, yeah.
who, but I guess because she was part of the community since like inception, has been
From
widely
before. There's
widely
no-
been accepted into as just whatever identity she wants to have now.
Right.
But yet you have kind of these incidents still going on at terms.
Yeah.
Several pro players like PR Balrog and Alex Myers and Kane Blue River and stuff spoke out to say like, we don't want any of this like going on. Our friends, our wives, our kids are in like those audiences. Like, we need to respect women and be more open to that sort of thing. But still does not.
I mean, that's cool. At least that Capcom and I guess EVO had a fast response to this.
Yeah, so basically he's
relative-
banned from
like-
playing an either of those, the Capcom Pro Cup or the
Is
or
that-
EVO.
They're okay. So I was just about to ask, is it for life? But they're gonna actually looks like they're banning him for 2 years, and then they're gonna reevaluate after that. That's an interesting one. That's. I was debating how political to get. I don't know if you guys have heard some of the other like sexual.
Oh, yeah,
harassment
the
stories
swimmer guy.
outside of the
Yeah.
swimmer guy.
Mhm.
Man, there's a really great Onion article. All I'll say is
I've
a really
seen
great
that.
Onion article, which is like it's like basketball star like finally getting over the rape he committed. Like
Yes.
like finally like
Learns how
finally-
to cope.
Yeah, finally learning how to cope with the rape that he.
I
Like,
saw
that he
another one that
committed.
said like
it's like yeah, that sounds about
Olympic-sized pool created for a guy in jail or something like that, for a rapist
Yeah,
in jail or something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Is,
it's pretty effed. But at the same time, I think another element of this story was that people were bringing up like how Capcom's games are not like just an ironic sense that Capcom's games are not necessarily very inclusive themselves.
That's true.
Like you look
They're
at
not helping.
character designs in Street Fighter and stuff.
Especially
like
after
that.
playing like Overwatch, which has like half its
Women
roster
in
is
it.
women.
Great. Yeah, really
women
great
in
women
it, and
characters.
like like obviously like ideal looking women in it, but at the
Yes.
same time all races and all genders are
Like a ton
are-
of variety. A
and
good
like, and
diversity.
they're not all dressed like sluts.
yeah, like you look at someone like Farrah,
or May.
yeah, and
Actually,
they're
none of
both-
them really are revealing at all. The closest thing-
Widowmaker's got
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah,
like
Widowmaker, I guess.
her-
But that's her kind of like thing. She's femme
She's the
fatale.
femme
Sure,
fatale,
and,
the
like,
femme
and that's
fatale
totally
or
fine.
something.
That's why I haven't really.
But, like, you have, like,
no one's really been
Farrah-
offended about that much.
Yeah, Farrah, who when like she's
Got
wearing
this
her
giant
helmet,
mech.
you wouldn't even like assume. You wouldn't even maybe assume that she was a woman, like when she's wearing her helmet and stuff like that.
Yeah, although she does have a bit of like
Hips?
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
she's got hips
yeah,
and
I guess.
like her chest plate has a big like. It's not like boob shaped,
Yeah,
but
not
it's like it
boob
sticks out.
armor,
It
but
sticks
it's
out in front.
definitely, Yeah.
You gotta make room for them, you know.
Justice
They're there.
reigns from above.
Yeah.
I
I once saw this thing. It was like one of those like historical like type things of like, you know, in movies. It was like I think it was mainly about movies, but I think they briefly offhandedly mentioned video games as well. It's like, you know, in movies and video games, how like whenever there's a woman lady in armor, she always has like these big boob like
Yeah.
breastplates.
Yeah.
Like shapes, and it's like in real life that would be like the worst thing you could ever do. Like
Yeah.
like there weren't many women that fought, but the ones that did, they never did that. And
Yeah.
Game of Thrones actually does it right with
Brienne.
Brienne,
Yeah.
because you would actually just bind your chest in that case, because that would like to have like big ungainly shapes actually be really uncomfortable for like, you know,
Well, not
for
to
breasts,
mention
like,
then
like
it's,
that would not
to
work.
mention it's kind of all funneling into this like sternum area
Yeah,
where you probably
where you don't want to
wanna
get hit. Yeah,
in.
exactly. So they would just
into-
wear normal armor and just bind their chest down flat.
Interesting.
Yeah, but so it's always funny, and that's just an always thing. You
Oh,
see
yeah.
it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Video games, movies, it's
Or
it's
you know,
everywhere.
video games they just don't even wear armor. Just
Yeah, it's
hang
just
out in
like
underwear,
they just, you
basically.
know,
Who cares?
underwear. But again, Blizzard has been known to do that, you know,
Yeah,
in their
Blizzard's
games.
definitely-
But this
Mhm.
one is a good job of
So-
actually being pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
just can't get away from Overwatch.
Overwatch.
It's good.
But it is very true how, especially going, because like I stopped playing Street Fighter for a bit and going back, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about how this all.
I forgot about Laura
Yeah.
and Cammy.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, I forgot about
Chun-Li.
every character.
Literally every female character.
I think that it's like, you know, people get like upset and offended and be like, it's not a big deal. It's just like it just looks pretty or whatever. Like, I think that like the point that a lot of people who get offended or argue against that kind of stuff is that it's not so much about like you're talking about. Oh, people point out that Capcom's games aren't exactly good about that, and it's like you're right. That it's not so much that, oh hey, just because this lady's got big boobs and they're like hanging out, that means that everyone who plays this game is a bad person, but it just encourages that atmosphere.
Not
It
to-
just
yeah.
encourage it just
And-
not even encourges, but it just like this is okay. This is just how
and
this is
the
how
fact
women
that,
are. and
again, like
everything
you
that
don't
we
want to
see, like-
make people who could potentially enjoy your game like uncomfortable because of this just overwhelming
that's a lot of things, but, like-
element of
Yeah. You go to you look at Overwatch, like look at all these cool character designs. Oh man, that character looks cool. I'm just gonna play as them.
yeah, I know this.
They look like there's a huge
this
diversity.
This woman this female character isn't like cool because she got her boobs hanging out and stuff. She's just a really coolly designed character. Like everybody's got their own cool, unique silhouette.
Yeah. They clearly.
What the heck is going on? Someone's like,
Someone's yelling
Tarzan is
outside.
outside your window.
Yeah, well.
2 outs, 1 family.
We already did that bit. We've done that bit before. It was like 5 episodes ago, but we did it.
It's called recurring bit.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
moving on.
but anyway, Street Fighter V. That segues into man, they are messing this game up, dude. They're not missing. They missed what is it?
Their May update.
They did miss their May update, and they said this
It was
rescheduled.
gonna be May.
Well, that's the thing too. Is it's like the characters still are just like you can just play them. They're just added because of the
They're
fact
free
that
now,
they're just
forever.
free because we can't get our
story.
shop to
Ibuki's
work
not
correct.
out though.
Yeah, no.
Like that's the thing is she missed
I-
the deadline.
I can't understand how you could not
Get the shop
not
out.
get a shop to work. That's
Do
seems
they not want
crazy.
money? Like I don't understand. Like
Like-
I don't know what's going on over there. I feel like
I feel like them and Konami, a lot of those Japanese game companies that have been around for a while, just seem to be obviously Konami is like full on exit from the game company. But Capcom and Nintendo a little bit too. But like just seem like they're kind of floundering a little bit. Like they don't really know what they're doing. Like they're just
well, they didn't. That's the thing is like
Yeah.
Nintendo or Japan's been such a dominant force in the gaming industry for a long time,
it's
but then in the
definitely not
last like
anymore,
10
yeah.
years or so, Europe and America have really kind of stepped it up and sort of like
and more importantly, like the home market for Japan has like gone away. Like
Oh, yeah.
people aren't buying stuff over there for
Yeah,
games.
it's all mobile
Like,
games
yeah,
and
it's like
stuff
all
now.
mobile stuff.
Natsume Miku.
Yeah, I mean, their story mode is supposed to drop like
Soon, June, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna
it's
drop the
supposed
same.
to drop
Supposed to
this
drop the same
summer,
time now
but-
as Ibuki.
but
But I don't know what's gonna
who knows?
happen.
yeah, and people are already
And
kind
people
of
like
talking.
seem to be. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say people are already kind of talking about like, what does this mean for Evo? Like, is Ibuki gonna be allowed
She's
at
not.
Evo and all this stuff?
She's not because I think it's like a 5-week buffer period until Evo. Like if they come out before then you can play them. But if not, then you can't. So I think she's gonna be a little bit too late because probably gonna come out at the end of June, in which Evo's in July, mid-July. So
Makes sense.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
soon.
It seems like they're burning up a lot of the goodwill that people had about how the fact that people like the game, like the gameplay. People seem to like that part, but like everything around it
And it's
from the
just fact-
get go has been just
Yeah.
completely botched. It
Yeah.
seems.
It's been so busted for so long that it's just kind of
like the freaking like stat or whatever. Where it's like here's how you play offensively or defensively. Like doesn't track. Nothing tracks. Half the all the stats don't work.
Like I just logged in now, and finally it's like showing my rank when like forever.
Oh, yeah.
just
It was, like,
been
nothing.
not ranked, and it's like, well, I have to be ranked. It's like it's impossible that I'm not ranked at some point.
Weird.
Yeah,
It's really a bummer because that game has a great core, but I don't know.
just
Everything
everything
around it.
surrounding it is kind of
This is whatever news. Look, they're dropping the price of the Xbox One.
Hey,
$50.
remember how last week we talked about how there's gonna be a new Xbox One coming
This
out,
is
and
just-
that got leaked, and Microsoft probably didn't want that to happen, so they're like, oh no.
Oh no, we better drop this price.
buy the old one, please.
Yeah.
We're
Please
totally
buy the
not
old one.
gonna change. We're not gonna
Totally not gonna give you a.
change it at all.
But yeah, that happened. So that probably gonna see a new Xbox One for sure at E3. I guarantee it.
Xbox website.
Is that next week? That's next week,
categorized it
right?
As for a limited time.
That's next week, right?
E3 is
E3?
next week.
I'm gonna be at work watching this podcast. Oh, actually, what are the
Monday.
days that is?
Monday.
Also, I could just.
Well,
There might be some Sunday. There's some Sunday.
Yeah,
and
there's
some
one
Monday.
Sunday night. There's the press conferences on Monday, and then Tuesday morning is Nintendo's, and the show starts on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, speaking of which,
And then
Nintendo
Tuesday,
was
Wednesday, Thursday
like,
is the show.
we're not just gonna show Zelda.
Yeah, they did. They were like,
Maybe this
but
is
they
hard.
still didn't really elaborate much more than that. They were
Yeah.
like, we're also going to show Tokyo Mirage and one other game, like I don't remember which game it was.
Don't even know what's coming out for Wii U anymore.
It was. I don't think it was a Wii U game. It might have been like one of the Monster Hunter songs.
Yeah. Show me all of that.
I don't think it was, but like it's like, but like they're streaming for like 3 days, I think. So it's
Yeah.
like.
How are you gonna fill it with one game?
One day is Zelda for sure. They just said like one day is Zelda, but they still haven't talked about like, wait, the whole day. What are you actually gonna like? Are you gonna? Is it gonna be you literally playing the game all day long, or is it probably not? It's probably gonna be like an hour of the game, and then they'll talk with
Here's
the
some
developer,
features that we
and then then they'll
shot
like
beforehand.
exactly they'll show off some things.
Weird.
I don't know. No one knows though. They haven't said anything, about what they're gonna do. Other than we're playing. We got some other games too, but Zelda's still gonna be the only game on the show floor, I think.
I think you're right.
So they're just gonna show off other games at their streaming event thing.
It's gonna be
But
one of the days.
They're not gonna show the NX. They specifically said they're not gonna bring the NX.
What if they do? What if they lie? What if they lie? Look,
Lie.
guys.
Heroes never lie.
Starbreeze, man. They went out and bought the Payday franchise.
The Playday.
The Playday.
The Playday franchise.
Playday. That's where you just
Say
hang
the
out.
actual name.
The Playday franchise is an XXX game.
What? I was thinking it was a kid's game.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, you think it is?
Payday
That's not right.
franchise. That game, I don't understand why people like Payday so much. I keep going back to it. I own it. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I
I know a lot of people who really liked
the
it.
concept, but never played it.
It's just not fun. Like shooting dudes ain't fun in that game.
It has a cool concept. I think the
it's-
execution is weird.
I think the concept.
But
is
I
like,
do know people who played it for like over and over.
People
and over
love
and over.
playing it, and they got like that Hotline Miami DLC and all that crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, they
in
added
there.
a bunch. They had a bunch of DLC for this new
so
one,
much.
for Payday 2.
Gus Fring was in it from freaking Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
It was
they had
weird.
a bunch of like licensed, like a ton of licensed stuff from indie devs
It's crazy
and
weird.
movies and TV shows.
But they bought it with about $30 million
But just
in company stock.
just the license, right? Not the company that makes Payday.
I believe they got the company. No, you're right. They just bought
they
the license.
just bought the game. They just bought like
and
we now own
That
the
property.
Payday property.
And
but
Payday
the
3, I think,
company
was-
is still their own.
and Payday 3 was in development. I think there's the
Which
money.
is
They're still gonna get. 505 was the original developer. They're still
right,
gonna
and that's
get
the
money.
only game that they've
really put
they
out.
put out. So it's surprising to me that they would sell their only
Does 505
main
make?
asset. They're like a Swedish game company, or like they're like Denmark, like they're like somewhere North European.
I feel like they also made. Did they make Supreme Commander? No, they made Sniper Elite 3. Oh, they made Brothers.
They did. I remember. And that's why I remember that because everyone was saying this is when people made Payday, and I'm like, that's so weird.
Adrift. They made that game.
Oh, that game's coming out
They
soon.
will send
It's
your
been out,
thoughts
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's coming out,
adrift.
yeah.
Send your thoughts adrift. I don't see what.
Oh,
other
that's
games
that's a different one. That's the,
Oh, is that a different one? Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Oh, they
that's,
also
that's,
released,
that's that one. Yeah.
a whole bunch of My Beauty Salon, My Ballet Studio,
That's probably
My
those
Fashion
were their early.
Studio,
Those were their like we need to
My
get
First
money.
Dollhouse. So maybe it is Playday.
Playday.
I like Starbreeze. I like the original Darkness game. I thought that was really fun. And they made the two Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay, and Assault on Dark Athena.
And they make the
The
Wolfenstein.
new Syndicate.
Oh, and they made Syndicate as well.
The new
Oh,
Wolfenstein.
No,
They made-
former
they made-
Starbreeze people
Yes,
formed
that's
machine
right.
games.
And they
and
made-
Oh, they made the Harvest Moon game too. It's a wonderful, the GameCube one.
No, really? I didn't know they made that. That's hilarious.
I know. I'm looking through all their stuff they made. Most other stuff though is kind of. Yep, that's.
Gonna ghost you.
Oh,
Payday 3, Ghost 'em.
Payday 3, Ghost 'em, starring Riddick.
Yep.
The Chronicles of Riddick, Payday 3.
Yup.
That's the new.
There you go. Perfect.
Wait, they made the Arma games too. What the heck?
What the heck?
What the heck? No, they must have just been involved in
probably
those.
just
Those are
got
those are
involved.
completely separate.
That's Bohemian, right?
Train.
Speaking of which, did you play any more Star Fox? No.
Beat it. They made Dave Mirra.
Use the boost to escape.
I like Dave Mirra games. Okay, stop looking at what.
Yeah. This is not like just the
yeah,
let's
it's
list
not
all
the
the games made by
505.
Oh, they made IL-2 Stormovic. I love that game. All right,
Shut up.
that game's
That's
great.
all of the news.
That is all the news.
Someone is
People
dying
are-
outside. There's a train going by.
Die.
You might end up dead in this week's trailer trash.
I don't know how that makes no sense.
Trailer parks have a high high
You
rate
gotta
of
come
dying.
up with something a little bit different.
I would fishing in Cuba
and I can't wait to check it out. I
Dad, that's what I said when I hit my cue.
Get her die.
And I said, it's high noon. Ohio noon.
Listen, we watched a trailer for Agony, which looks like a very...
It looks like Doom. It looks like Doom.
It looks like Doom and
Doom.
Dante's Inferno.
A very angsty game.
But
It's
like-
called Angsty.
Oh, good one, Ricardo. You're really nailing it to him.
Also, I couldn't hear anything
We couldn't
the
hear a
narrator was
single
saying.
thing the narrator said.
It was mixed poorly. I'm not blaming my TV. I'm blaming the mix.
Yeah. To be fair, it could have been your
It
TV.
could have been your TV, but I
But
couldn't
we've
hear
never had that problem with
anything.
any other trailer.
No, none of the trailers had that problem.
So
And
I'm blaming the mix.
The game, this is a hard trailer to judge, to be honest, because it doesn't really show any of the game.
It looks like you possess people, though.
Maybe? Like,
At the end.
it's really unclear. The game is
There's
like, you're like
just
flying,
corpses
you're like
and-
flying through like a Cthulhu hell, like
Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno style, like flying through these like corpse towers and all these writhing bodies and like these weird demon,
Yeah.
like old god-looking things, and then you like fly out, and all of a sudden you're in this hurricane. You're falling into the hurricane, and then you fall into like a black hole, and then you've got more.
It looks like
things
DMC, honestly, in a
that
lot
you're
of ways.
flying through.
And you come
And then
out,
you like,
and it's
then you like
I'm
lay on
like-
this bone skull spine
I'm
like
gonna-
platform, and all these things are like evaporating and dying, and there's a ghost.
I'm gonna ghost this
jumps
guy,
in.
and then he's gonna look at his hands and look out at some weird demon altar, and then the
It looks like it's a
trailer's
first.
gonna end.
It looks like it's a first-person game because the end has you in first person looking at like a demon altar. It's like the red goddess. This is the path I have to. That's the only thing we could hear because the sound cut out. That was
Yeah,
at that
the
point. There's
music
no
at that
more.
point, no sound
There was no more
effects.
sound effects and music, so we could hear like this is the path I must go down.
Agony.
So
It's an announcement trailer. It's not gonna
yeah,
show
it
much.
doesn't show enough to say it's good or bad. It looked pretty.
Yeah,
I'll say
actually
that
looked
much. I
bad,
mean, it
like,
could have been
in terms of-
cinematic.
Yeah, I
but
thought it
it-
was gonna be really
graphical
bad looking, but
style.
it actually looked alright.
Yeah, it
Had
looks
cool style.
pretty.
Kick and Fennec. Now this game did not look good. This game
This
looked
game,
lo-
this game starts up and I go, it's the poor man's Overwatch because it literally looks like the
kid
the
from the
future
first
city in
trailer.
Overwatch.
And it looked like the kid from the original
yes,
Overwatch announcement
yeah,
trailer.
because it's like
Kid
this
with the
white
cast.
background with like this clean, like the blue wall, like white floors and walls with blue highlights. And this
It
kid's
looks
got
like a
white hair.
It looks like a 2D platformer. when
Yeah.
you-
with
the
a
kid
little
has
penis
little-
man. Little
Little
penis
penis
The
robot.
kid has
Penis
like a
robot.
little staff that he can like rotate 360 degrees and boost in different directions. It
Yeah.
looks
That looked like ass. That gameplay looks like balls.
I thought it looked like it could be interesting, but as soon as Ethan saw that you like rotate the stick around to boost in different directions, he's like, "This looks like ass. This looks like Yoshi," and I'm
Yeah,
just
he's
like, "Okay."
Which is weird because you bought that Yoshi game specifically to play it.
Yoshi is a little bit different though because Yoshi you just throw things. I don't want to direct myself with that arrow. It looks dumb. I hate it.
Okay.
This game
It
looks
looked-
bad.
It looked like whatever. Was it
It
a
looked
3DS
like
game?
whatever.
It looked like a 3DS game,
No,
right?
I don't think it was a 3DS.
No.
I think it was a PSN game.
I think so.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game looked like garbage. I thought it was just low res.
No.
I thought it was like low
No.
poly count
I
because
think
it's like
it
a
was a
mobile
PSN
game.
game.
Oh,
No.
oh no,
No.
oh no, no, no.
It does look like
That
poor,
looked like- that looked
poor
like-
man's Overwatch.
You know what that looked like? Mighty Number 9.
Oh,
Ass.
it did look like my
Hey,
number 9.
you look at the screen.
No,
do you
shut
like,
up.
Do you like boosting? Can you boost in every
Do you like
direction?
Do you like poles? Do you like jumping with poles?
Do you like penis monsters? I mean robots?
There's probably a pole
mean-
that makes you breakfast. I don't even know. Crap, just buy it. I don't care.
Oh no!
You'll be sadder than a nerd on prom night.
This will make you cry more than Overwatch man who's got killed by Bastion. I don't know.
What are you kids into? I gotta look it up real quick. on my
This is
Google
the
search.
origin. We decided this is the origin story of Soldier 76. 'Cause it's like this little kid
Yes.
with white hair.
So what other kid could it be? There's only one person that, and definitely if you look at the origin skin of Soldier 76, he still has white hair totally.
He's got like blonde hair.
Blonde. He's got blonde hair in the.
That was the joke, guys.
Yeah.
That was the joke.
That skin's garbage.
Yeah, this skin does suck.
It's not as bad as
Reapers?
the Reaper skin.
I like
The
Reaper
Reaper skin
skin.
is so dumb.
I took it off. I used to wear it, but I was like, this is so stupid. I'm
It's
taking it
it's funny because of how dumb it is. Because all of his moves don't change at all. He still has the smoke and the teleport, and it's just like this guy, like this guy, in
Yeah, it's
a
a guy.
jumpsuit and a hoodie.
Yeah.
It's like
No, man, he's got a
smoke. I've got
beanie on.
smoke.
We're done. No more Overwatch.
I like it.
No, we're
Let's
gonna talk
talk-
about Overwatch in a minute because
Agents of Mayhem. Volition's new game.
Saints Row the 5th.
Saints Row the 5th.
This looked
Pretty
this
good.
looked pretty good.
Man, the animation style was really cool.
Yeah,
I was
the-
saying it looked a lot like right after I said oh, you can tell this is made by the same people who made Saints Row because it looks very similar. And then all of a sudden, like a lot more of the animation started being really like.
Yeah, it's very kind of
booky.
comic booky. I liked the particle effects looked like they're drawn. Like they do look. I think you mentioned like they're drawn.
Yeah,
like the smoke kind of
all the
like,
models look like kind of cartoony but mostly realistic, and then all like the smoke and like lightning and like laser beam effects were all like flat colors, like they were cell shaded.
I was kind of like I was kind of like, oh, this looks okay, until the point in the trailer where a harpoon is launched through a billboard sign, and off in the distance you hear another character say, "Ahoy, motherfuckers!" and
it's this big black sailor man, like this giant buff
guy. His
guy.
name is Hardtack.
He looks cool too.
He looks really awesome, and he just
really
like
cool
pulls
character.
down this sign on all these robots that are like, you got this like. Not Tracer lady who's got like dual pistols and a robot sidekick, and then you got Hardtack,
who's big black sailor
and then you've
man.
got Johnny Cage, Cross Soldier 76.
Hollywood, I believe is
Hollywood's
his
his name.
Because he's like a Hollywood star.
And at one point he gets a stunt double
That's
to
the
take
best
a
part.
grenade.
That's
The
and
best
kill
part is
himself.
he gets a
His
call.
favorite part was the Ahoy motherfuckers, but mine was definitely the part where he's like,
He gets he's about to
where's
throw
the story
this
on that? What's the
grenade.
story on that movie? He's like, oh, I gotta take this. And he has the grenade in his hand, so he's like stunt double, and he just passes it to another guy who looks just like him, and then the other guy has to run.
Charges up, like jumps at this giant like robot guy, hurls the grenade at it, and just blows
dies.
up and dies.
and that's great. That's great.
And no one like seems to
Comments
mind.
on But so like I can tell that those are kind of all that those seem like they're
And the
like,
bad guy, we didn't mention the bad guy. He's like this evil Eastern European like
like,
necromancer, like
yeah.
reviving robots with his staff. He's just like boom, and all these robots get back
pretty
up,
cool.
and
and then it cuts back to like a trailer or like not the end of trailer, but there's like a organization and you're
their
part
HQ
of it or
whatever.
Yeah.
which makes it feel very Overwatch like. But there's a lady.
Also very I got an XCOM vibe of like
Yeah,
all
very
the
XCOM
faces are
vibe.
like, you can't keep destroying this city, and she's like, just pay the bills, and she like hangs up on them.
It's very like
And then behind them, the Saints Row logo is there.
Very Jessica Rabbit kind of French femme fatale looking lady with
Yeah.
the
She just
you
looks like
smoke
Dita
one of
Von
those
Teese.
one of those cigarettes that has like I don't
the
know
holder
what
on
it's
it,
called,
yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Long cigarettes.
Yeah, but then there was like a weird like digitized like
Like a
fleur-
modified,
fleur
like
de
modified,
lis or
yeah.
whatever that thing
Guys.
is called.
why do you have long cigarettes?
I don't know. What
Why do you
those
have
things
them?
are for.
Because
I guess
that way you don't
so-
get your hands
I
dirty.
guess
and
yeah,
stuff,
so you don't get the
Oh,
ash
okay.
on your finger.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. All
I
right.
think again, it's like an older, it's like an
it's
older
for,
thing.
like,
It's
no one
kind of
does it anymore.
fancy,
Elegant
like,
ladies and stuff.
yeah.
It must be marketing
Especially if you
towards
have
women.
back in the day when you had like gloves. If you were a lady who smoked, and you
That
had
too.
like
that's
nice
true.
white gloves with silk.
It
or
wasn't
something
cool
like
for
that.
women to smoke for a long time. I remember that. It was like a hard thing for. I remember reading like
It was
the
a hard
marketing
tack.
thing.
Hard
A hard, like a
It was
hard.
I'm gonna get this cigarette to you.
Yeah, no, but
Gender equality. Everyone can smoke.
it was all like pre-rendered stuff, but it definitely gave it made it look
had
like
style.
it was gonna be.
It
It
had-
made it look like this is gonna be a cooperative shooter
Yep.
where each character has kind of very.
I just
unique-
hope it's better than Battleborn.
Yeah.
I just hope. Well, yeah. I hope it's better than Saints Row Got Out of Hell.
Man, I feel like Get Out of Hell was like oh hey, we should put something out because we need to make some money in the meantime. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
most of our people are working on this.
You're probably right.
So like the lady has the
long
lady has
cigar. You're right.
no, she's got this robot sidekick, hard tech, and launch harpoons into things and pull them and stuff, and then
And
Hollywood's
guess
got
he has the stunt
the
double. I
stunt
guess that's his
double.
official thing.
That seems like it would be really
I
fun.
feel like I'm glad that
and
they're.
very volition.
I'm glad this is. Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm glad this is not a Saints Row game, but they're still. And then I'm glad they're not just doing like a different like Saints Row, but not Saints Row. I'm glad they are going a different direction, but also still clearly bringing their own sense of style and
They have a good sense of humor in that game.
to it. Yeah,
that's
seemed
probably one of
like-
the funniest.
It's weird because like Red Faction's like dead serious.
Yeah, it is. Well, maybe they're like,
But
people
then the
change.
Saints Row games were always a little bit more popular than. I mean,
Well,
like, Red
even
Faction
the
Guerrilla was
original
very
Saints,
popular,
the
but-
original Saints Row was dead serious too. It was Saints Row 2, and it started to get a little weird, and
Yeah,
then 3 was
three
like whatever.
we're really
Yeah.
weird, and then 4 is just like whatever. It's never been. It's always been weird. It's
Yeah.
never been
Accept
normal.
it. Everyone's just going follow this all crazy. Keith David's here. What's up?
He's playing.
Listen, you
Keith-
crazy mother.
He's playing Keith David. You can romance Keith David. It's an option.
Nice.
Yep. And what? And
Then he betrays you.
he betrays you and
But
listens
asshole.
to what was it? Roddy Piper comes in.
Yeah.
Roddy Piper gets in that game.
He
Listen,
pops
you
it-
crazy mother.
and they do that entire scene in
They
that
did
game.
the whole scene from They Live.
Yep. Oh, it's so good. Such a good game. All right.
Horizon Zero Dawn. This game we saw at E3 last year and haven't really heard too much of since then.
So they just kind of showed more of a story
it's a very
type stuff.
story-driven trailer.
Yeah.
Which honestly, like, as much as this game looks cool, this story trailer
Didn't
looked
really
very
impress.
generic.
It looked like
yeah.
you are the mysterious person who no one knows where you're from, and we don't like
You're
you
an
because of
outcast.
it. You're an outcast. I was just told to raise you, but you gotta learn the ways of the wild. Here you're safe. If you go out there, you're not gonna be safe. And what does she do? I bet she goes out there. I
Yep.
bet she goes.
And
out
then
there
there's
when she's
real
not gonna
people
be safe.
attacking her, and you're like, oh no, I thought I was gonna kill the crazy robots. Nope, you killing people.
This game, I thought this one they showed it at E3 has like a really cool looking world. I'm not sure they're going to pull off the rest of it because
Right.
there's just so many temptations to fall into the very easy tropes
Crafting.
that you expect.
Lots
Well,
of
I think
crafting.
they've already
Yeah, I
talked
know,
about
it's
that.
fine.
That's going to be a thing. But I think for me, it's more just going to be like, I almost hope they don't explain how things got that way.
Oh,
That
I
would
bet
be.
they're going to.
I know, but that's the thing. Is like that. I know that's me setting myself up for my own failure. But I would just love it if it's just like there isn't really an explanation. Maybe you'll find some hints of like what. Like that would be cool storytelling in my book.
You want that? Play Dark Souls.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like Dark Souls does that
Yeah,
really well. It
totally.
proves that you can make a really good game without having to spell out exactly what's going on and what happened.
It's true.
Yeah, but Dark
but-
Souls for like nerds, not for the mainstream audience.
But you play
This game has like Monster Hunter elements in it. They're trying to like make this game like they mentioned that a
Right.
while ago, the E3 demo of like you're gonna hunt monsters to get this better loot. Like it's not gonna be the primary, like unlike Monster Hunter, it's not gonna be the primary thing of the game. But you are gonna take these big monster battles that take a good time to fight and planning and that kind of stuff, so that you can get like better loot and stuff like that, and better crafting materials. But one thing I really do appreciate about the game is like it's cool that it's not just like there's like these giant robots all over the place that are all like animals for some reason, which I'm sure will be explained in some point. But I like how they're not just like, oh, evil robots destroyed all of humanity, and that's why. That's
It
why
just
it's like
seems like
that.
they just
They're
arrived.
just kind of there. They're just
They're
like
just
they're
animals.
just like there, and it's cool that they did avoid that first temptation, which was just like it's humans versus robots. It's like no.
Good thing the second one will get you. It's always easy to survive one day with temptation.
Yep.
The second day is where it gets you.
You're gonna be the one. Ethan was like, Matt, you're gonna hate this. Like during the trailer, it's like access confirmed, or like identity confirmed. Or like she goes up to a thing like, who am I? Where was I from? And like she goes up to this vault and it's like identity confirmed. And it's like, well, that's already a little bit of a spoiler or whatever, but who knows what that's
and
all
inside
about.
is a little blue man, and he's like, "Oh, you can pick if you want to be red. You can pick red if you want to be green."
I thought it was gonna be a man with a bunch of TV screens behind him, and he's like, "This is the way it has
Or
always
that.
been."
I don't know which would be worse.
All right.
But yeah, that trailer did not impress, but that game still has my interest. I'm not necessarily gonna go. Like, I don't have PS4, so I'm not gonna go buy it day one.
Skeptical.
But the world is still cool to me. The world seems neat. The
Indeed.
story inside of it. Let's find out about.
So, but a game that
and
you
the name
lo-
is dumb. Horizon Zero Dawn.
yeah, it's dumb.
It's dumb.
But you know, it's also a dumb name. Ukulele.
Ukulele. That's the best name ever.
Ukulele.
Man, if this game was just like, remember rare, do you like rare? Remember
Even
rare?
the logo,
Everything is
even
rare.
the- even the
Everything's
logo
rare.
is
What can we make rare? This is rare. This is rare. Have you seen? You flutter jump. You do a thing. The logo looks like rare.
There's
It's shining.
xylophones.
There's
The
special
characters
moves.
go.
Yeah. And
All the characters talk like that.
There's minecart writing
yeah,
sections.
you get to transform into a different kind of animal or like thing. Like it's like a weird plant. I don't know what that
Yeah.
was. That was a weird thing.
That was a weird thing.
You get to collect stuff.
Has the same music.
Yeah, the music was like dun 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 dun.
No, I
dun,
said
dun,
like,
dun,
and
dun,
there's
dun,
like
dun,
you can
dun,
hear
dun.
like xylophones.
Yeah, it's
What a good soundtrack.
It's Grant Kirkhope at his finest. Cause it was good. It was catchy. But man, I don't know if you're hoping for like a really big step forward in platforming.
I don't think you're gonna get it.
I don't think you're
you're
gonna
gonna
get it at
more of
all.
the same, which might not be bad. You might be up for that.
It might not be,
those
but
games
I
have
just
been so out for such a long time. I feel like it'll feel.
Yeah, that's the thing
fresh.
is like Doom at least advanced.
I feel
kinda that same
Doom
thing.
did a good job of bringing it a little bit forward, though. They didn't,
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if like it's definitely possible to take something that's been kind of dormant for a long time and bring that back because we haven't had like a good like run around everywhere shooter type game in a while.
Yeah, it's very niche.
been
Like
some,
the
but,
Serious
Serious Sam and,
the
like,
Shadow,
Painkiller.
and I think people really like that Shadow Warrior remake.
Yeah, but those
And
games,
Painkiller,
those
but
even
they're
those games
smaller.
came out in like 2006. Like they've been
Devil
out for a while.
Daggers.
Well, yeah,
That's-
Devil Daggers
well,
is the
that's a
newest
little
one.
bit
And that's a little bit different
Devil
too.
Daggers.
There is like a Devil Daggers level with like Doom too, which is funny.
I think that's where the name Devil Daggers comes from, or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah, perfect
That's Devil Daggers.
demon impression.
Did we ever talk about it on the podcast?
I don't think anyone played it.
No, I am, but you guys all like know about it apparently.
Yeah.
So we
I
just
mean,
never
I've
mentioned it.
I've just watched it played.
Seems neat.
It
looks
seems-
cool.
it seems
Not
cool.
my style.
Not my style, but
I haven't played it.
But yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about with ukulele is not that it won't be good at all, but just that it's gonna just rely so heavily on nostalgia. Like everything they've done,
Seriously.
everything
Oh
they've
my
done
god,
is
it's
just
so
like
nostalgia.
rating. And I have a ton of nostalgia for rare games, but I also have
A solid, critical, bitter heart.
yes, a cynical heart that just is like, no, you can't just do the same
You
thing.
can't
over
milk
again.
me. I'm better than that.
Yeah.
Please give me something new. Don't give me
Please,
Don't make me do this.
no, it's more just like I just hope they put some like a little bit more of. I hope they don't just rest too much on the idea that like if we just make it exactly the same, everyone will love it. It's like that's not a good idea. Like in most things, it's not a good idea in book, movie.
Star
like,
Wars
any kind of
definitely didn't do that
entertainment.
at all. Well,
I feel like
I know,
like
okay.
Star Wars did the Doom. It did.
yeah, you're right. It moved
It moved it. Like it
kept the very same
100% had a ton of nostalgia. Don't get me wrong, but Doom does too. It has a little bit of a step
What
forward.
is something that's just straight up nostalgia and doesn't? Is that around? Like, there's got to be something.
I
I
don't
don't know.
think not as many
Jurassic World.
not as many good things. Yeah, I mean Jurassic World.
Why not? I didn't say any
rest,
good
I rest
things.
my case.
Jurassic World.
That does a lot. Has a lot of nostalgia. I'm trying to think of other things like that have like just tons. It's just like just a remake almost like every remake for video games. The Rare Replay Collection.
Well, I mean, I almost feel like the Rare Replay Collection and those kind of things are almost a little bit different.
That is
because
different.
They're just like we're preserving this old thing. Here's literally this old thing again. It's not necessarily.
I don't know, man.
I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm
Yeah,
just
no, I wanna
just
play
worried
it.
that they're just gonna. Nothing they've shown so far has looked new. Is the only
No.
thing I'm worried about.
Everything looks like remember this?
Every single thing. Like I'm not just talking about like the overarching like two characters. One's one's like a flying thing. One's not. But just like the moves, the like the abilities, like the levels they've shown off. They all look exactly like they could have come out of like basically nuts and bolts because they look like a.
But you know a game that also looks very similar is Rock Ages 2,
Yeah,
baby. Let's go.
nostalgia. No.
Nostalgia
You guys
from
remember
early-
Rock of Ages 2? I wish to just remake that game.
God, Rock Ages 1 was so good.
Oh, it was so
It was
good.
so dumb.
What a dumb
And
game.
they've you know what they've done? They've made a step forward with this one because you get to go to different art styles, impressionism.
It's 4 players now? I don't think you had
Yeah,
4
4
players.
players. That's new, and they've impression like they show like a picture of like this like guy like painting with like a digital like paintbrush
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So it's not even like an impressionist painter, but it's like a digital paintbrush,
pretty
and all of a
funny.
sudden just the rock rolls through in the
Yeah.
middle of his.
It goes,
hand, like, oh gosh.
It's so Monty
It's still
Python.
got that Monty Python
Yeah.
style,
Very
like
Terry
oh,
Gilliam style. In fact,
I
even
like-
the font is just straight up looks like.
what a random game to bring back, but I don't care. That game was if
and
it's
it,
like
and it looks really good with the
Yeah.
with the new graphics and stuff. Like,
even though it's still got that simple like design, it just
mhm.
yeah, that game looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
no, it was great when
That
it
game
was
was
like you
stupid
crash through the gate. They crash through the gate in the in the trailer, and like you're gonna do the
And
and
then
then sure
immediately,
enough,
like-
immediately like,
Yeah, Henry VIII got smushed,
yes,
and it's like
it was a
40% less historical accuracy.
Yeah.
Like
That's so good.
that game got hard at the end. I don't know if you're, you don't usually
I
if you
never
guys ever played
played
a
it
single
long
player.
As
enough.
hard as the boulders that rolled it.
No, I always played like about halfway through it, and then it gets like pretty difficult because the
Yeah.
AI gets a lot just kind of more cheap. Basically, they get more stuff
It's
on
like,
their
you know
defenses.
those tactics you've been doing through the whole game. Fuck those.
Yeah,
Figure
but
something
playing against
out.
people was always fun in the same room, having them go like, "Oh gosh, oh god, no."
And the last one is a crappy trailer
Yeah.
for Surgeon Simulator. What they
the
released
game is
Donald,
already out.
Donald Trump DLC.
Yes.
That was about all it showed.
Well,
Um,
all it showed was
It showed clips,
TV
yeah.
personality.
Yeah, I was hoping
talking
to
about
show a little
Donald Trump.
gameplay, but I guess not. I guess that's
Well,
for the
you know
you.
what
You know what?
Simulator is.
I guess that's for the YouTubers.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other night though. Like Goat Simulator keeps coming out with stuff like all the time, like just free DLC. I'm wondering what's the
it's
point of
still
that stuff.
going. It's like
why? Well,
it's
how
like,
about
didn't they do like an Eve thing or like no? They did.
No, the space one. There was a space
There's
one.
a space something though, right? There's like
They had an MMO version. I know they had all sorts of stuff. I just like,
I'm so
what do they get
who
from
is
that
that
stuff though?
for?
Like, yeah, they don't make money off that. It's all free DLC. Like I Am Bread has the same sort of thing. It's like these weird like YouTube
I Am Bread's at least a little bit newer. I guess they're still hoping that through Twitch and YouTube that people are gonna
like
go out, like
maybe be
discover
like,
the game
oh,
just now.
finally this TF2 DLC or whatever caught my eye. Oh boy, I sure do like cutting up Donald Trump. I guess I'll now I buy this game. Like it just seems like such a weird. Maybe they're just bored.
But I think that's the thing is that like by it's like increasing the like we talk about how like if the multiplayer doesn't work well then the game's not gonna sell, like it's not gonna sell continuously, it's just gonna like eventually fade away. So for these smaller indie games, this is their version of that, right? Rather than having multiplayer, update the game with some weird DLC, a weird enough thing that people are gonna like it's like stream bait. It's like instead of clickbait, it's stream bait. It's like we're gonna like all those YouTube personalities that do like 5 videos a day. They have they need so much content because they do a ton of stuff a day.
Yeah.
So you just release something weird, and those guys will jump on that because and then they get millions of views, and someone will find it that didn't play it before,
and buy it,
and then they'll buy it, and it's free. It's not like
so weird.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing because I know those are all.
But I would guess that's probably the strategy. Just the
Did you guys see the YouTuber Life video game?
I saw it.
It was on Steam.
Actually.
It's like on the top list of games on Steam. It's just basically a simulator for becoming a YouTube video game player. Seems really weird.
That does seem really weird.
But I'm kind of interested in it. I mean, it's just like
I know that I saw that there was that one like that one cam girls like simulator.
Well, that sounds creepy.
No, I have not.
Run an enclave of cam girls.
What?
Yeah, this is the problem with
Honey.
This is the problem
I think it
with
was
game.
Honey Pop.
Oh
something.
yes,
Honey Pop
had
Tycoon,
yes.
I
There was
think.
like a thing where
There was
like
a Honey Pop game before.
there was like
that.
some sort of controversy. Oh yeah, with the first one I think or
Yeah.
something like that, where like that one got like either banned from Twitch or something like that, like before it was out.
Wow. I have not.
Anyway,
heard of this
guys, who won Trailer Trash this week? I think we're gonna be in agreement, but let's hear it out.
Might be
Ricardo.
Rock of Ages 2.
Ooh, actually not what I was expecting.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm screwing my watch back in.
Ukulele, Ethan. That's what Ethan's going with. I think
What?
ukulele is
No,
his
Agents
top.
of Mayhem, dude.
Yeah, Agents of Mayhem. And this is where I must make my decision because those were the two I was torn between, and I was hoping everyone would just pick one, and I would just be able to just
be like,
bandwagon.
okay, bandwagon. Make a decision. Do you like Henry VIII Gang Smushed, or do you like Ahoy, motherfucker?
My stunt double.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Agents of Mayhem
That's fair enough.
because I had a lot of fun with Saints Row the Third and Saints Row 4.
You didn't play
Get Out of Hell, no. And
that's why you still have good.
I still have good faith with them, but this trailer, even with I know Get Out of Hell is bad. I saw a bunch of Get Out of Hell stuff. This trailer seems like it's on the right track. If that's the style, if they can keep that up,
On the level.
if
I
the
hope
mission
so.
structure is decent.
I have no qualms with giving it up.
I'm just interested to see what the gameplay will be. Will it be an open world game, or will it be?
You can definitely tell it looks like
missions?
Saints Row, so maybe.
Definitely looks regardless like it's probably leaning towards cooperative being the main.
So my only worry with I think that you're right. I'm only worried with it being cooperative is like I hope it's not just like these are like 5 missions and they're just unconnected from each other. They're just like like these.
I doubt it. It doesn't look like that.
You're gonna replay them. Just replay them again. Yeah, but Overwatch has like a ton of story stuff, and that doesn't have anything to do with the game.
That's not a
Back
co-op,
to
though.
Overwatch, guys. It is co-op. It's cooperative with 5 other people, and then you're against 6 other people.
Overwatch.
I don't know.
Overwatch.
All right then, Agents of Mayhem. I keep saying Agents of Chaos for some reason. Agents of Mayhem.
Same thing.
It's because Warhammer has the
Chaos control.
I've got to find that damn 4th Chaos Emerald. You guys ever seen Shadow the Hedgehog?
Like the
in
game?
person?
The game.
You showed me it,
The
yeah.
person, yes. Have you met him?
In person?
Have you guys ever met him in
He's
real
all
life?
right. He's kind of a dick once in
Listen,
a while.
you
He
think-
drinks way too much.
You think just because on the games he's always like moody, he's actually a pretty nice guy in real life. He's not like that. He's just gotta act that way.
I don't feel
He's
comfortable-
an NRA member.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I don't agree with that.
I don't feel
but-
comfortable with him bringing his gun everywhere. Like, I
Yeah.
told him to leave it, but he was
Well,
like, no.
The problem with our culture these days is that we just can't have a respectful disagreement with people. You know, Sonic teams up with him and Shadow the Hedgehog. He's like, guns, you'll never catch me with one of those. And then
Whoa.
but he's like, I'm still gonna help you, Shadow. But you'll never catch me with one of them guns.
We should definitely take after Sonic. He is a good role model.
I mean, I'm always about staying on the planet that's as cool and blue as me. So that's Earth, by the way.
That's no good.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening tonight, tomorrow, this morning, this afternoon,
Whenever
whatever
you listen.
time,
In the past, in the future,
this
Well-
twilight.
the present.
We ask that you, please, kindly, would you like to rate us on iTunes? That would be great. We would really appreciate that. As long as it's a good rating. Even if it's not, we'd still say, like, oh, it's nice that somebody actually bothered to fill out a review.
Yeah.
If you would like to do that, we'd really appreciate it. Check out our website, pixellegends.com with one L. We also have a YouTube page, as well as Facebook. You can find us on Twitter at pixel_legends. Anything else, guys? We got Ethan's Street Fighter video coming out. We're going to be recording. We talked about recording a Mario Breakers.
It's definitely gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna be different than last week, but it's gonna happen.
Just like I talked about recording a new episode of
Yes, you
Estes,
did.
and then I wrote kind of a mock-up script and then played Overwatch instead. of
Then
recording.
I talked
Man.
about making a Warhammer video. That is definitely gonna happen.
It
Now
has
that
to
I've said
now.
that- I've said it out
Has
loud,
to now.
and everything I've said out loud this podcast has always come to pass. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Anyway.
that kidney stone we talked
Oh,
about.
yep, that was a fun time.
That spoiler cast.
Yeah, there you go. I was wondering when you're gonna get.
I was figuring out which one it was. Like, okay.
One was that?
Which thing is Matt not delivered on? Everything
Aw.
besides all that stuff.
Aw.
All right, guys. That's the end of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
All right, yeah.
I think that's all.
You guys have a good one.
Yeah.
Or two.
Or 3.
An Xbox One. An Xbox One. 2.
Now on
Now
sale.
$2.99.
Enter offer code
This-
PixelCast
this-
to get your 50% off discount.
This
on
podcast
Xbox
sponsored by
One.
Microsoft.
Hey Cortana.
Hi,
I'm
yo.
sorry, I couldn't hear you. Upgrade to Windows 10. Bye.
The end.